Bruchim habaim ledikduk dakot. This grammar video is on the attributive adjective. I'm going to have two parts in this video. First, just an overview to adjectives, and the second half we'll get specifically to the attributive adjective, and then in another video we'll do the predicate adjective. An adjective in Hebrew, just like in English, is a word that modifies a noun by making it more specific in some way. So it's the difference between the ball and the red ball, and then perhaps the big red ball, or the tree, the oak tree, or the little oak tree. So it's a word that's used to modify and give more specific details about a noun. In Hebrew, adjectives agree with the noun that they modify in both gender and number. Always agree in both gender and number. So if the noun is masculine plural, the adjective will be masculine plural, and you'll be able to tell it is based on the masculine plural ending, which is the same for both nouns and adjectives. If it's feminine singular noun, ends with a comet's hey, the adjective will also have a comet's hey ending. So they agree in gender and number across the board. All of them do. But now let's take a couple of examples. Here we have dog and gadol. Dog, gadol. Dog is our noun. Here we have a dog. And gadol is our adjective. Perhaps slightly more gadol. This one. Dog, gadol. Big fish. Here we have another noun, oniyah. You can see the comet's hey ending. Oniyah is boat. Your typical pirate boat that's missing a mast because it broke. And an adjective, ketana. Ketana. Oniyah, ketana. Also ends with a comet's hey, feminine singular ending. Ketana is the feminine version of small. Oniyah, ketana, small boat. Same is true for the plurals. Dagim, gedolim, big fish. Oniot, ketanot, little boats. Right? You see the im ending here and here, the ot ending here and here. Now, when we move into the difference between attributive and predicate adjectives, that has to do with word order and whether or not it agrees with respect to definiteness. So let's take the attributive adjective first. Attributive adjectives usually follow the noun that they modify in Hebrew in terms of the word order in the sentence. Attributive adjectives usually follow the word or noun that they modify in Hebrew sentences. So, dog gadol. The adjective follows the noun it modifies. And when you deal with attributive adjectives, not only will the noun and the adjective agree with respect to gender and number, but it will also agree with respect to definiteness. So, if ha-dog is definite, then it would follow that ha-gedolah would have to be definite as well. So again, the definite article is hey, followed by a patach with a dagesh forte in the next letter. Right? So that's why I covered over the dagesh leini that was already in the letters with the dagesh forte. That's the sign of the definite article. So ha-dog, ha-gadol would not be just big fish, but the big fish, right? The fish, the big. This illustrates another thing to keep in mind is that in translation, whereas in Hebrew, the adjective follows the noun it modifies if it's attributive, in translation those things are reversed. So we wouldn't say the fish big, or the fish the big, but rather we flip it, the big fish. The same is true here. Onia kitana, if it's definite. Ha-onia, this is a comet because the dagesh is rejected by the aleph. Ha-onia, ha-kitana would be the little boat. Same here. It agrees indefiniteness. So if the noun is indefinite, dagim, fish, then the adjective will also be indefinite, big ones. So here we would have big fish, or big fishes, and little boats. So the word order in Hebrew, the attributive adjective follows the noun. That's reversed in English translation. And I think that's it. Lech l'shalom.